How's everyone doing? Welcome to the final episode of After the After Hours with your boy TraderPrad. The final day of this week is tomorrow going to be a free fall Friday. Now get ready for tomorrow. Powell going on the microphone. Powell going on the microphone again. Get ready for tomorrow. So I do have a watch list ready, but if you guys are ready, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for all the support. Started. Why don't we dive into the full screen and hit that like and subscribe. What's up, guys? It's your boy TraderPrad. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the final episode of this week for this show, where we're gonna talk about all things stock market. What's going on in the market? What's happening in the earnings catalyst board? What stocks are moving? What stocks are crashing? And how can we make that sweet cheddar cheese, baby? How can we make that sweet dollar bill, y'all? So welcome. Hopefully everyone had a wonderful Thursday. How did my Thursday go? Let me start off, right off the bat. Not so well. My Thursday was actually pretty bad. And I was pretty pouty all the way till now. And right before I actually hit the start button, I went, okay, you know what? It's time to put on a show. Let's put on a show. Let's not be pouty, and let's actually put on a good show for the people who are coming here to watch you. You might not be able to drop 30 today, but at least, you'll be able to drop some buckets, put a smile on your face, and just walk through it, because tomorrow is a brand new day. Tomorrow is a whole new opportunity, and we're going to look to see how can we reverse what happened today. How can we get back to be disciplined? And how can we make that money on stocks that are moved around today after hours, such as Apple, Coinbase, Square, DraftKings, Carvana moved yesterday. We talked about that. So Carvana for another extension to the upside if it wants to blast off. So we want to talk about all of these trades. But sadly, the watch list, I'll show you the watch list. It's the same as last night, but the amount of stocks that I'm going to talk about are going to be way more specific. Basically just going to look at the stocks that report today after hours, dive into their report, look to see how those stocks moved, and then tomorrow we're going to look to put some damage on that. But before we head into the main course, the main meal of this show, I want to know how you guys did today. So let me know, how did you guys trade? I see who's all in the chat. I actually have 3 chats open at the moment. I have the Twitch, I have the X, aka Twitter, and I have the YouTube chat. So if I'm missing out some of the YouTube chat, which is my main chat, it's just because the chat windows are much smaller now, and if you guys keep messaging what you guys are, I'll just miss some of the messages. So if I do, I'm not doing it on purpose. Just know that my window is over here, and one of them is obviously dedicated to the Leafs game, who are playing tonight at 8 o'clock. So right now they should be starting No watch on my hand, but they should be starting right now. So we'll see if the Leafs can save themselves from being eliminated. That would be awesome. Who else in the chat? TH, Dieter, Victoria, Momo. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys all went good. Momo has a long message over there, and I bet you it has to do about Moderna or Pfizer, so I'm just gonna not even look at that message. Now I'm joking. What did Momo say? I don't know what I did was dumb or smart, but in the end I had the confidence. $12 on Ford. Oh, it's neither. It's about Ford. How can I forget? I forgot Ford for a second. Ford, last 12 earnings beat. I had a bounce off of it, so I started overnight margin position on it. Okay. Today I got most out of my margin, built up for a profit, so I'm really proud and excited over the money I made of it. Also, mRNA kills. There you go. There you go. There's mRNA. Speaking of mRNA, I sold half my long-term position on it, wondering if it'll visit 110 or 100 again sometime this year, maybe October. Now that could give you another opportunity to ride it again, Momo. So shout out to Momo. mRNA going up to the north side today. mRNA closed at 14 points. I don't care. I'm not going to look at it, nor I'm going to trade it. So I really don't care. But shout out to mRNA. Like I said, there's tons of ways to make money. Momo loves to do it on Ford, Pfizer, and mRNA for some reason. I just don't like to do it on those stocks, period. At the end of the day, when the money comes into your bank account, the bank doesn't know how you got it. Actually, I guess the bank does know how you got it, but in the trading world, not necessarily, right? The bank does know how you get it though. But the point is, it all looks the same. It all looks the same no matter what stock you choose to put some damage on. It could be even different markets. It could be futures instead of equities. It could be options. It could be Forex market, right? Whatever you choose to put your damage in, shout out to you as long as you're sticking to your rules. Why is Chuck at the NHL courts? Or not courts, NHL face-off. That's hilarious. Okay, so why don't we get you guys to go to main screen right now and show you what's in store for tomorrow's watch list for myself. So let's bring in the main screen, and I'll bring in the watches from the other screen. And also turn on the transitions. So main screen, as you guys can see, we got the watch list right in front of you. The highlighted stocks are mainly the stocks that I'm going to go through, see how they reported, see how they moved, and see if we can find some place for them on them for ourselves. Mainly starting with the stocks that report today after hours. Sadly, not many stocks reporting tomorrow pre-market that I care about. You might get maybe some trade off of Hershey's. Don't think I'm going to be looking for that. Fubo TV possibly could give you some trades. XPO, that stock actually sounds familiar. Let me quickly pull up XPO on the charts. Yeah, this one sounds a little familiar. Now that I'm looking at it, you can see how I have levels over here in the past on the stock. If I remember correctly, it's right when the stock took out that all-time high on the last earnings report is when I traded it. This is exactly when I traded it last, and I was able to catch a nice little long over here. Now, as the stock is reporting, there could be some opportunities over here. Trucking, transportation company, logistics company, and not really on my watch list at the moment, but if it does report tomorrow, makes a little bit of a move in the morning, I'll add it to my watch list. I'll put some I'll put it in my notes and so on. So we'll see how the stock reports in the morning. Until then, I'm just gonna not worry about any stocks really that report in the pre-market tomorrow, because the stocks that report today after hours are almost the main stocks that you kind of want to be focusing tomorrow, starting with Apple, Square, also known as Block, Coinbase, DraftKings, Cloudflare, Fortinet, even though I think net is a little bit more important than FTNT, honestly, but it really depends on, you know, who reports better, who gives you a cleaner move to trade off, and so on. So a lot of stocks over here. You can even add Amgen to that list of stocks, Expedia and Booking Holdings to that list of stocks if you feel like it. But for us, we're gonna start off with Apple, who reported today with a decent report. I didn't really look at the report, but you know, they gave a little bit of a modest move today. They reclaimed 180. I think it was around 6% or so. The last I saw about how much Apple was up to the north side. Let me just turn off this new indicator that I was working on. Let me turn that bad boy off, and then we'll turn it back on later for ourselves. Apple earnings anchor VWAP, you can see how it comes in right around that 180, 182 area at the moment. Reclaiming that 180 is actually a very good thing, because this double top is slightly below 180. This little double top where Apple struggled into also happens to be that triple bottom where Apple's actually found some pretty good support before breaking down and then finding some resistance. So the fact that we're above 180 puts that key 180 level back into play on any sort of pullbacks to the downside. Does Apple pull back into 180, find some buying above it, and you know, give us some sort of a rally to the north side? If Apple's moving, it's number 2 in the market. Microsoft being the number 1, that's for the QQQ and the SPY baskets. So if Apple being the number 2 in the basket, why is my dog going crazy? Apple being number 2 in the basket over there would most likely rally all the other stocks along with it. So stocks like Google, Microsoft, Tesla, Amazon, AMD, we'll be looking to see, especially if AMD can have a little bit of a relief after going to the downside recently off of its earnings report. We'll see if Amazon can climb back up. We'll see if Meta can get a little bit of a relief back into 450 again, where we can get more opportunities to play off of. So this Apple report, I'm expecting, will give you lots of opportunities across the board, not only on Apple directly, but also on the QQQ market, the other Magnificent 7 stocks too. So we'll be watching to see how Apple plays out. Today, I think, if I remember correctly, if it was today, Apple came out with a catalyst that they got paid by Google around $2 billion or something. I forget if that's how the catalyst went. Let me see if Benzinga, who we're actually going to be using for that earnings report. But I'm trying to see if I can find that report where my manager was talking about earlier in the day today, about how Google apparently paid off Apple $2 billion. This could be way back in the day also, but the report is just coming out. For some, I think it was about how Apple didn't compete with Google in the search engine realm, and Google paid them to kind of just stay away from that realm for quite a bit or something. So that's a interesting story that I heard in my office today floating around. Didn't really do my own research on it, so I probably shouldn't even be talking out loud about it if I didn't do my own research. But it was an interesting story floating around in my house and in my office today, and just felt like that one needed to be brought up as we're talking about the stock at the moment. Beautiful move above 180, so we're just waiting to see if 180 acts as a nice clean support on any sort of pullbacks. Does Apple find buying above 180? But first, let's go back to the earnings report. Nope. Yeah, thank you. I mean, this is not really the report I'm trying to look for. Really? I guess that's the report I'm looking for. All right. Instead of reading all of this, I'm just gonna do myself a favor. Put it through ChatGPT, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. Instead of ChatGPT, we should probably try Grok. It's probably already listed here. Give me the latest about Apple earnings. Then I'm actually going to go to ChatGPT, give it the report, summarize in bullet form, and we'll see who's better. For one, we actually gave the report directly, and we're telling it to summarize it to us on bullet forms. And the second one, we just asked it to give it the information to us, and it will give the information to us because this one's connected to the internet. It's connected to Twitter. So we'll see who comes out with a little bit of a better analysis. Apple reporting its first report, blah, 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 blah. Revenue slightly above expectations, a decrease of 4% year over year. However, EPS also beating estimates. The iPhone revenue coming in at 45.96, slightly above the estimates. The services revenue making a 14% increase year over year, despite the overall revenue decline. The Apple service segment, including offers like Apple TV, Apple Music, and App Store, continue to show strong growth. Apple board authorized an additional share repurchase program of up to $110 billion, the largest in its history. The company also announced a quarterly dividend increase of 25 cents. However, there was a decline in revenue across other product segments, including Mac, iPad, and wearables, homes, and accessories. Apple going to the ground. The report also highlighted a notable drop in Greater China revenue, which was also 16.37 billion, a decrease in 8.1% year over year. Despite these challenges, Apple's stock price jumped 7% after hours following the earnings announcement, indicating investor confidence in the company's future prospects. Okay. Active install base of devices. What does that even mean? iPhone sales weakened but offset by strength in services and Mac segments. North American saw a slight revenue decline while Europe reported modest growth. Other regions experienced declines. Forward outlook: Q3 seasonally weak earnings and revenue. Key economic events include the conference that they have. Rumors suggest negotiations with OpenAI and Alphabet for AI integration. Apple stock closes up 2.2% at the time of report. That's probably around 4:30. What time the report come out? Probably around 4:30. So ignore that number because it closed at around 6% to the upside. Year to date, Apple has declined roughly 10% as the market compared to the market overall. Today, reclaiming it. Well, I mean, honestly, that report did not look very bullish. And I'm actually, you know what? I don't think we need to use ChatGPT to do any of these anymore. Let's ask, can you think of a trading plan based on this report? ChatGPT would not do this. That's crazy. Long position. Given the Apple's earnings report showed better than expected results, the revenue and earnings per share exceeding the Wall Street expectations, there is a potential for bullish outlook in the short term. The authorization of share repurchase program of up to 110 billion in the largest in history, increase of 25 cents per share, also suggests the company's confidence in its future performance. Option strategy, considerations, risk management. This is actually crazy. It's even telling you that's in the money though, right? That's in the money call right now. Basically, you're just $1 away from being in the money on that call. I wonder how much those calls even cost. It's a 2 month out call for July 19th. Okay, buy at 885. Let's go see what that costs. Long call. Apple, get price. Let me turn off my dark reader so I can see this website better. Buy, select option, July 19th, 185. So $3.63. You buy one contract, it costs about $363, sorry. And if it goes up, or sorry, even if it goes down to 180 and bounces, you're still make money? Is that what it says? How's that even possible? How are you making money if it goes to 180? Wait a minute. So you're telling me if it goes down to 180, you still make $245? That does not make any sense to me. But okay. But let's say it goes to 185, 186 tomorrow. You're instantly in the money. And you can just basically sell it tomorrow right away, right? Because the longer you hold an option call, the less money you make over time. But this one has me a little long call. Bullish calculator, Apple. Current price, 183. Okay, yeah, it even got the after hour price. And then we have the July 19th call, 185. I mean, spending $363 for a chance to make 200% today, or sorry, tomorrow if it goes to 190, doesn't seem like a bad call. And if it goes to 180 and you get stopped out, you still end up making money. Doesn't seem like a bad idea, right? So Grok might be onto something here. Grok might be onto something. With limited downside risk. Grok might be onto something, guys. We gotta see if you know, we want to apply this risk strategy. End of the day, we are not options traders. We're equity traders. We trade on stocks. So that way we are looking to see what the...
for like my toxic ex wanting me back.
Jesus. I mean, that's weird. That's kind of weird. We'll see how 180 acts on the way we pull back. Any pullbacks we see, if buying comes into 180, then I want to participate on those dips. And if Apple's already holding above 180 on any sort of a dip, like let's say 181, 182, which is actually 183 is the earnings anchored VWAP right now. 183 shows some buying instead of even going all the way down to 180. That's even more bullish on this position, right? Even more bullish. The report is actually not that great. Look, you're declining in iPhone sales, you're declining in wearables, you're declining in all product sales. What you are making money in or growing in is services, basically repairing and all the other garbage, or maybe Apple TV and all that other nonsense. So these are not good indications really for a company who's known to be using or having the biggest market share in the phone industry, right? It just goes to show that the phone industry culture is kind of morphing, changing a little bit, and almost, what is it? I see a lot more Androids out there now compared to Apple's. So it's the sentiment's changing, and you don't want to see that if you are an Apple shareholder. So the report over here kind of just makes me want to be even more bearish on any real pops to the north side. You can see how it sold off already at $186.50 at the moment. So I'm gonna put in that area as my resistance for the stock, 186.50, kind of just showing us that there might be a possible wall over there. Before 180, we do have that 183 as I just mentioned to you, but I'm just gonna wait for 180. It's as simple as that for me. I'm just gonna wait at 180 for the stock to pull back and do something, and then we can react off of that. I'm just gonna delete a couple lines real quick. I don't need that anymore. I don't need that anymore. And now Amazon. So Amazon getting ready to push right back up to the north side. We got a little double top in this 185 area, but we also have this all-time high right into 190. So waiting to see how Amazon plays as we push right back into this all-time high zone. I think on earnings day did we break that? No, we did not break that. So waiting to see how Amazon plays right back into the north side area of 190. With the way Apple's moving now, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, there's a good chance that QQQ SPY get carried along with Apple to the north side, and they actually help carry other stocks with them too. So on its piggyback goes Amazon, on its piggyback goes Microsoft, and Apple starts carrying the market right back up. So we'll see how these ones play out going forward. Amazon going into that 190 area, Microsoft giving us a little bit of a recovery once again, going back to 400, teetering around the 400 zone. Meta not yet through 450, but we're waiting to see if Meta can get back above 450, which has been a level where Meta has found a lot of support for the previous earnings, not the current earnings, but for the previous earnings. So we're waiting to see if that level can come into play for Meta. Also, AMD continuing to push the downside. Sadly, this is that earnings low, or sorry, not earnings low, the last week's low that we kind of broke under on earnings. Today we didn't really do too much on AMD. I mean, we did. Let me turn on my indicators again, or not really, they're not really indicators, but my assistants, my charting tools. You can see how this is the yesterday's low, right? You got the yesterday's low marker, you got today's low, but you can see how today's low was exactly that after hour low that we had in the stock yesterday, right? So some of these levels come into play, and that's why I have these levels now auto coded instead of me having to go out there, struggle, put in the lines every single day for the day's high and last week's high. Now I just have this little program that does it for me. Thank goodness I finally figured out how to do some of this. I might have had to plagiarize a little bit for this code, but I you know, you do what you need to do, figure it out, do what you need to do. Got this one working for me, and now it auto plots everything, and you can see how that level came picture perfect to play. Here's another example. All you sometimes might have to do is just wait for that level. Let me actually show you this way. Style. Let me turn off today's low. Oh, okay. What else is in that area? Oh, is it the labels? Okay, gotcha. So I guess it doesn't matter if I turn it off or not. Today's low is the white line, and then yesterday's low is the pink line. And you can see how right here in the right side of the screen where the numbers are showing, they're basically exactly the same. Yesterday's low 420.66, today's low 420.63, right? And if you just had waited off the open for the market to push to the downside, test that bottom, you can see that we're not breaking that bottom. We start popping back up. If you're watching it on the 5-minute chart, maybe honestly the long comes in for you around here at 422, and you're giving it that risk of 420.63 to the downside for a big reversal back up for the rest of the day. That's probably where honestly you might get your fill, even back here when it comes right back into 422 and it holds 422 and then it rips back up. That could be an area to get in. Another area to get in could be right here above VWAP. Once we get above today's VWAP and then pull back to today's VWAP and keep holding today's VWAP for an insane run up, that could be an area for you to get in. But this is what you kind of want to understand. We pushed into yesterday's low, and yesterday FOMC ripped and we came back. Today we pushed right back into yesterday's low and we ripped insane to the upside, right back into that FOMC high, exactly into that yesterday's high in after hours. It's as simple as that. So just wait for some of these levels to come in, and that's why I have all of these things coded up for me now instead of me having to go out there manually do it. Also, as you can notice, most of my levels are usually these yesterday's lows, yesterday highs numbers, right? Because I want to see how the stock behaves at those peaks, at those lows, sometimes even in the middle of the ranges where usually the VWAP is, right? Where the VWAP is. So that's the QQQ example for you, how it bounced off beautifully off of yesterday's low. AMD, wait and see if this stock can reclaim some of its losses. You guys know how much of a love I have for AMD. Sadly, the market got no love for AMD. I get it though. I get it. You know, no matter how much I say I have love for AMD, I don't have an AMD graphics card. So I can't really say I have love for AMD. And when I got the option to buy an AMD graphics card, I said, no. My monitor is G-Sync, NVIDIA G-Sync. You guys probably don't know what this even means or don't even care, but it's a special type of monitor that works better with the NVIDIA graphics card for gaming purposes and so on. So I said, if I buy an AMD card, it completely renders my monitor useless, and there's no point of paying the price that I paid for this monitor. So I'm so, I can say I'm an AMD lover all I want. It's just I just don't have any AMD products because of the gaming needs, and that's exactly the point I'm trying to hammer into, because AMD lost 40% of revenue in their gaming sector. Gamers are just not going for AMD as they might have been going a little bit earlier in the past, but now with AI coming out, Nvidia just taking over that whole AI sector, and AI graphical powers and so on. It's just Nvidia capturing that market share, squeezing AMD out of it. I think more and more people have been gravitating to NVIDIA graphics cards again, and I think that's why you're going to see NVIDIA graphics cards prices get juiced. They got juiced not long ago when Bitcoin was a real thing about mining and so on. NVIDIA graphics cards were selling for such a high premium on resale, and I think NVIDIA is kind of getting back to that glory stage now in gaming also. So we'll see what happens. By the way, NVIDIA went up today also. Yeah, of course. I mean, the whole market went up, right? The whole market went up, and Nvidia bounced perfectly off that 830 area, which is the level we keep always talking about. You can see how I actually have a line exactly at 830, and today's low, 832. Beautiful. So that 830 area holding again, and waiting to see if this last week high, which actually I don't need anymore, I can get rid of it. Last week high coming into play into 888 if I remember correctly. Let's turn on my indicators again. Right, I hit it for the daily. Last week's high at 883. So we'll see if how those areas come into play on Nvidia. Now, other stocks that reported today after hours, going with Coinbase first. Let me quickly put in earnings anchored VWAP on Coinbase. I guess it doesn't really matter because this move is such a nothing burger move. A 282% beat. And we're getting a move like this? What? What's going on? A 282% beat, and we got a flat muted move? Usually when this happens, coin goes absolutely bonkers. So not sure what happened. So we're gonna have to dive in a little bit deeper, do our research on Coinbase. Let's bring in Benzinga. For anyone interested in Benzinga, if anyone's interested in Benzinga, use the link below in the description, or use my link tree and find out how to use Benzinga over here right now. Benzinga reporting Coinbase subscription. This is the thing I want to read. Actually, we don't even need this. Well, we do, but we're gonna go back over here real quick and find out what Coinbase. New chat. Coinbase, a leading cryptocurrency exchange, exceeded Wall Street expectations in its first quarter earnings, reporting a revenue of $1.64 billion, 1.64 billion, surpassing the estimates of 1.32 billion, and EPS of 4.40, far exceeding the expectations of 1.07. The company's net income for the quarter was 1.18 billion, a significant improvement from the previous year's loss of 78.9 million. Despite this, the stock still was down 1% after hours. The increase in revenue was driven by a surge in transaction revenue, which reached 1.08 billion across both institutional and consumer clients. The performance has been a topic of discussion across various platforms, with many highlighting the company's strong performance. So looks like the performance was strong. Now we're gonna bring in Benzinga to go see the other aspects of it. We already know that they beat on EPS. We already know that they beat on revenue. Net income coming in at 1.2, which included 737 million in pre-tax crypto asset mark-to-market gains. Subscription and services revenue was 511 million, beating prior guidance from the company, representing 33% of trading volume, and BTC representing 33% of trading volume and 30% of transaction revenue. Ethereum representing 13% of the trading volume and 15% of the transaction revenue. The company highlighted its layer 2 platform base, which saw an 8% increase in developer activity in the first quarter, Coinbase processed more transactions than any layer 2 over the last 30 days. According to the company's guidance for the second quarter subscription and services revenue to be in the range of 525 million to 600 million. The company said transaction revenue was 300 million in the month of April. Coin price action, however, was pretty muted. You see it went up, you see it came back down. This is the close, and this is where we are. So it's basically negative in the after hours over here. Almost a nothing burger move for me. We've talked about how these nothing burger moves don't really mean too much for the market. You've seen what happened on Amazon when it did a nothing burger move, right? It looked like it was gonna do something crazy, ended up being a nothing burger, and that day Amazon was very choppy. It was ugly to trade. So Coinbase might be in that realm. You want to be a little careful, because the stock didn't do anything on such a big earnings report, then you want to, almost question it. You want to question as to why the people didn't step up. Was Bitcoin maybe to blame for some of this, because Bitcoin got under 60K not too long ago? So you want to ask those questions and see what really, or question every single opportunity that you're looking for the long side or even the short side, right? Nothing really happened on this trade. The report's good, so why would you short it? But also, the stock didn't really do anything on a good report. So why would you long it until it really proves itself? So it could be just a nothing burger. Keep away from it until a solid trade setup sets up on it for us to take advantage of. Next one, Qualcomm. We kind of told you about Qualcomm, and it did exactly what we wanted it to, right? Qualcomm looked like a nothing burger move, got above that 52-week high and held a little bit of a range between that 52-week high and the after hour high that it was holding into after reporting right here. So after reporting, getting above that 52-week high and kind of making a range between that, pre-market just kept steadily climbing into that high and then opening higher, just running up higher. Sadly, no pullback for you to get long into that 170 area, so you just had to keep watching how the stock would trade as it's going higher, and it did give you a little bit of a range to scalp the stock in. The range was a little choppy, honestly, because had you gone long over here, you would have gone stopped out, and had you gone short over here, you would have gone stopped out. So it was a little choppy on either sides, but the range itself was overall being offered to the traders who did want to take advantage of it. Qualcomm, we'll be watching it tomorrow, because I think we're not that far from all-time high, right? We're not that far from all-time high now, only $10-13 from all-time high. So it gets a little interesting if the market starts climbing back up and taking Qualcomm along with it. Carvana, a little bit of a pullback on Carvana, but still above 110. And in fact, that 110 area came into play. And even before 110, the 113 area that I was talking about on stream with you guys also came into play multiple times for you to try some trades. 113 was the earnings anchored VWAP in the after hours. The 110 area was this little double bottom that we marked up, and you can see how yesterday's anchored VWAP actually comes in perfectly right now at that 110 zone. So if the stock wants to pull back, still hold 110, I think you're going to look for some shorts that got built into this area, start looking for their exits, and a whole new squeeze game coming into play on Carvana, which is going to be a lot more fun for us to take advantage of. So watching Carvana, obviously, for any sort of dips into 110. Does it hold into that area, or does it sell off under 110? And in that case, it could give you a clean $10 trade into $100 or even more. So watching, I keep saying Coinbase in my mind. Watching Carvana, without a doubt, for that beautiful opportunity to the downside or even to the upside. Let's see what happens. How does it move? Oop, wrong spot. DoorDash got sold off pretty drastically yesterday. I did not even know it reported yesterday after hours. DoorDash got smoked right back into the previous earnings low perfectly. That low was 109. Today's low was 109. So perfectly got smoked right back into the previous earnings low and held that, right? I mean, you can take a look at that after hour low too, which is at 106. So now we have a little bit of a pocket from 109 to 106 where the stock could technically find some support. The report wasn't that bad apparently. I didn't really look at the report. My manager was telling us that the report wasn't that bad. So, you know, maybe you want to consider watching how DoorDash trades on a possible bounce off of this 109 area on any sort of moves back down. And if buying does come back in, you can ride that baby. I was gonna curse. You can ride that baby right back to the upside. Couple stocks that I haven't really mentioned. They're kind of not really a high importance for me tomorrow, but CVS. CVS pushed right back into yesterday's low, got a little bit under yesterday's low by 30 cents, and then ripped to the north side, right? Let me just quickly zoom in over here. Holy, how much did I zoom in? CVS broke that yesterday's low of 54, got 30 cents under that, double bottomed under that, and just insane move to the north side. What a clean long would you have had for very tight risk to reward. You could have even added on this little pullback into VWAP hold and then run up to the north side. So CVS looks like that 54 area that we were talking about has come into play, and we'll see if it wants to give us an opportunity again tomorrow, or maybe it's just going to be mean and just keep running away from us. Pinterest pulled back a little bit, but still holding that 40. So that 4150, 4160 looking juicy as we're getting primed up for that move into that 52-week high over here on Pinterest. That should not be the all-time high. It's not. Yeah, it should not be the all-time high. So watching Pinterest also. Coming back to stocks that reported today after hours, watching Square. And for that, we're going to have to bring in our good friend Benzinga. Make sure you check out the link in the description below. Thank you, Benzinga, for sponsoring this part of the stream. There is the Benzinga report. Block, also known as Square, or Square, also known as Block, I should say, reported quarterly sales of 5.9 billion, which beat the analyst consensus of 5.8 billion, representing a 19% increase year over year. The stock probably flew to the north side. I already know. I don't even need to see it. It probably just ripped up. The company reported adjusted earnings of 85 cents per share versus 70, yeah, 100%. Cash App generated quarterly gross profit of 1.26, up 100% went up. And Square generated of 19%. Okay. Block announced strategic investment into Bitcoin, following numerous positive developments in both the company and in the broader market. Block implemented a Bitcoin dollar cost average DCA purchase program that will run through 2024. Under the program, Block will invest 10% of its profits from Bitcoin products into Bitcoin purchases. Wow. We also believe in investing in the overall asset of the ecosystem and holding Bitcoin in our treasury. Going forward, each month we will be investing 10%. Ooh. Ooh. So now you basically have whatever that profit is every month, a little long opportunity on Coinbase, on IBIT. Whatever that opportunity is, you know, it could be 10% of $1 million. It could be 10% of $1 billion, right? I know they're not going to make $1 billion every month, right? But the fun part here is it's going to bring in some liquidity every month into Bitcoin to the long side. So every time they punch long onto Bitcoin, you just go long Bitcoin ETF or go long Bitcoin yourself, right? So shout out to this one. Nice little catalyst over there. We are one of the first public companies to put Bitcoin in our balance sheets. We invested 220. Okay, no one cares about that, bro. Grown approximately 160 million as of the end of the first quarter. Block sees second quarter profits to come in at 2.16 billion to 2.18 billion. Don't see the estimates, however, which is what I always hate when Benzinga does this to me. I want to see the goddamn estimates, Benzinga, but I guess you don't want to show it to me. But this is what I expect from this position. Yep. That's exactly what I expected from this position. A monster move to the upside, ripping into $75, $76. Looks like that 80 area is going to come back into play one more time. So watching how this bad boy square sets up for us, I think this is going to be... Square has had a lot of trouble above 80 though. You can see how 85, 86 struggles on this position. 90 also struggles on this position. So you might want to be a little careful being overly bullish, and I'm basically talking to myself when I say this out loud. A big wall into $90, 3 peaks into 90, then you have a little bit of a minor peak into this 85 area that we're not even there yet. Honestly, we're not even at 80, so we're waiting to see how the stock behaves on that move into this little double top, and you can kind of say this was a fail break, and then we start pushing back down. So first wall 80, second wall 90. If we're able to take 90 tomorrow, then that really opens up some room for the north side on square. But that is a big question mark. That's a big question mark, especially for a stock whose ATR is only $3.35, and someone who's popped just shy of that $80 mark for us. They didn't even pop into that $80 mark, so not really as bullish just off of the way the stock presents itself to us. But the way the report presented to us, it was pretty bullish. But we got to remember, we're not analysts, we're day traders, so it's never good to have a bias. It's only good to have a plan, and then understand that if the stock is within the plan or is not within the plan, right? So make a plan, stick to the plan, do not deviate from it. So that is Square. After Square, next up is DKNG, DraftKings. What the frick happened to DraftKings? That's gotta be a bullshit print, right? That's gotta be a bullshit candle. No, it's not. Wow. Alright, let's go find out about DraftKings. New chat. DKNG anywhere? Oh, right here. DraftKings, the online betting giant, reported a Q1 2024 revenue of $1.17. Let's just say 18 cents, rounded up a little bit. Oh, that's a billion. Sorry, revenue. It's not EPS. Revenue of 1.17 billion, a 53% increase year over year. Yeah, no shit. They're taking all my money that I keep betting on these stupid sports. Talking about sports, let me just quickly go see what the score is. They're not showing me the score, so I'm just gonna have to do this. Wait, do I have to scroll up to see the score? I do. Okay. In that case, I just zoom out. Score is 0-0. 1 minute left. I'm actually 10 seconds behind on my stream, but it's 0-0. Boston leading the series 3-2. If we lose today, we're done for. Come on, Leafs. Let's not make it a disappointing night. It's already been bad enough for me, Leafs. Let's not make it worse, please. Okay. Coming back to DKNG after that quick little sports update. The company raised its full-year revenue guidance to 4.8 billion to 5 billion and adjusted EBITDA guidance to 500 million, reflecting its strong performance in the sportsbook and iGaming sectors, with combined market share of approximately 31%, despite some posts suggesting that DraftKings results came short of analyst expectations. The company's shares were up 2% after the earnings release, indicating investors' confidence. Yeah, okay, anyways. DKNG did drop at first, instant later on got bought right back up, and then ripped back up to the upside, as you guys can see right here. Did I throw in an anchor VWAP? Okay, there we go. We'll throw in one right there. Clearly moved right back to the upside, and it's not really as bullish of a move, honestly. We want to see an even crazier move. Looks like they actually came a little bit shy on the EPS. Did beat revenue. Revenue was a monster monster increase growth. 50% growing year to year is actually very good, right? Very good. So waiting to see how DraftKings can kind of bully the bears here tomorrow and take it right back to the upside? Let's see if 50 comes into play. DraftKings ATR though, only $1.83. It's a $2 ATR. Maybe the best range we get on the stock, the best move from high to low intraday could be around $4 or $5. Anything more than that would be just kind of crazy to expect. So I'm not looking for a higher target than 50, right? I'm not looking for a higher target than 50. We're currently around 45, so I think looking for a move into 50 from this 45 area would be a good target. But we'll see if the stock can play out that way and push into that zone. At that point, you can look for some resistance at 50, or you can look for that breakout into 50, whatever your trade setup is. I generally would not look for the breakout of 50. I would look to short it off of 50, but that's just me. DraftKings NET, watching how this stock sets up today after hours. So let's quickly head over again to Grok. What? People in USA are bombarded with commercials on TV and internet to gamble. Yeah, no shit. The DraftKings and the FanDuel advertisements, especially in NBA, they have like the main guys, which is Kenny Smith, Chuck, Shaq. Well, I guess Shaq doesn't do this, so it's usually just Kenny Smith and Chuck who are shilling DraftKings and FanDuel and so on. Pretty hilarious, right? It's just in everyone's face all day, every day. People are addicted to it. Bro, DKNG, same shit. They crushed earnings. I thought, definitely interested to hear your opinion. Yeah, I mean, pretty crazy that DraftKings didn't do what I thought it should do. But, you know, it makes sense. It's growing really well. But the market just did not like that they missed on the EPS, I guess. This is net. The next stock we're looking at is net. Cover 130 only. You blah, blah, blah. Are you talking about Apple? Google under 100. Disney 180-ish. Is Momo just shitting on all large caps? Momo just shitting on all large caps. I love it. Ani, oh, you're not in Prad's Discord. Yeah, Swimmer's not in my Discord. You need to get on my Discord. And for those of you who are not in my Discord, the links are all down below. Go check them out. TraderPrad 282 rookie numbers. Where's 500%? What are you talking about? 282%? I can't remember what I was talking about in that moment. And nor do I have the patience today, honestly, to argue with you about Moderna and Pfizer. I just don't have the patience today, Momo. We can do that Monday, please. Just not today. I don't have the energy and the patience to argue with you about that. I got to see Carvana $5, Coin $55, AMD $80. I punched AMD 78 one time. I mean, I remember AMD at $20. And I used to get into arguments with my friends about how AMD will become a higher price stock than Intel, and how AMD will become more important in the computer world than Intel. And people looked at me like I was crazy. And now, right? Those days were, I mean, what were we talking about? Nvidia at $100? I have pictures of me trading Nvidia at $100. Yeah. Apple announced a share buyback. I read that already, right? I'd say it's easier to short Moderna than Pfizer. It's an easier long Pfizer at the moment, says Momo. I can't disagree with that statement. I think I agree with that statement. Yeah, I gotta agree with that one. All right, Cloudflare. EPS beating estimates. Ooh, that's a nice beat. 16 cents compared to 3 cents. Nice beat. Revenue coming in at the 30% increase year over year. This stock probably blasted off today. Q2 2024 income coming in at 35 to 36. Q2 earnings per share coming in between 16 to 17 cents per share. Q1 24 total revenue for 2024 reflecting a significant increase from previous year. Yeah, we already saw that. Why'd you have to repeat that statement twice? Thanks, Grok. Thanks, Grok AI. But looks like just off that report that we quickly glanced at, the stock should be... What? All right, we're going to have to bring in the big dogs over here. What does Benzinga say about this report? Benzinga, can you help us out? What's going on? Okay, free cash flow, 9% of revenue compared to 5% of revenue in the last quarter. First quarter marked a strong growth, 30% increase, blah, 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 blah. Outlook versus, okay, there we go. Outlook of 3.9, oh, I mean, the estimate's 393.4. They're giving you 393.5 to 394.5. Okay, what's the EPS then? Maybe the full year is kind of lacking over here. Yeah, the full year came a little bit short. They're gonna beat EPS for the full year. Are they gonna beat estimates for the full for the next quarter on the EPS versus estimates of 13 cents? They're giving us approximately 14 over here, but the range was according to Grok, what, 16 to 17 cents? So they're gonna be EPS, they're gonna be revenue for the full year, for the second quarter also. Everything's looking good. Not sure why the stock crumbled over here tonight all the way to the downside. I mean, yikes. Questioning it now, questioning a little bit as to why the stock did that. The numbers are looking good, and this is why I always say, look, I'm not an analyst, I'm just a day trader, right? I'm just a simple ape who smokes trees and punches keys. So that's what we're gonna look to do. What areas can we punch keys into? What areas do I have to be patient? Sorry, what areas do I have to be patient for? To then let my monkey brain just go hoo, hoo, ha, ha, hoo, hoo, ha, ha, and just punch keys and pray, right? So I want to see what happens on the down move into this 75 pocket. I think we're already there, honestly. Oh, hit that Prastradamus emoji, boys. Oh la la, look at that level, holding that level, picture perfect at the moment. Net showing you that support that I want to see at that $75.65. That's a ooh la la level if I ever seen one. Now tomorrow, the trades on this stock just set up so perfectly around this area. You either get a long off of it or you get a short right through it. Only thing we gotta do now is pray to the trading gods that this area is very much in play off the open. By that I mean the stock doesn't do too much and starts trickling back up in the pre-market and doesn't do too much and trickling down in the pre-market. We want to see this level build a strong base, because the bigger the base, the higher in space, right? So we want to see that area build a nice little strong base over here for us in the pre-market, so we can smash that trade to the upside if it wants to go long, or smash it to the downside if it wants to go short. The report's good, so I want to look for the long trade. But however, if it does a little bit of the trickle move that we were talking about off the open, if it does a nice little dip and then a rip, then we want to be involved in that opportunity too. Same thing vice versa. Instead of, you know, going to the downside, instead of holding in this area, it starts trickling to the downside in the pre-market. We want to look for that rip and reject for us to get short into, or even that bottom over here for us to get long into, for the stock to get right back through. So I'm mainly long biased based on the report that we saw, but I'm not gonna let my bias outweigh what the market internals, or especially the stock's internals, are screaming out to me. Always one ear to the tape and then one ear to my setup, not really to my bias, right? Not really to my bias. The bias should help you find a trade idea, but the setup will tell you if the idea is good or not. If the chart will tell you if the idea is good or not. And if they don't clap two hands together to make this beautiful noise, then you just don't do it. You stay away from that bad boy, right? Stay away from it. BON, why did this fall so hard today? No clue, brother. No clue. Never even heard of that position. Did the Leafs just score? Aw, they're showing me highlights. God damn it. They got me so excited. I was going to say, didn't the first period end? Yeah, the first period ended. There's no way the Leafs scored. So net, good report. Flushing the downside. A little bit of a question mark over here for the stock. Very interested tomorrow. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all she wrote for the watch list. Let's go see what the economic calendar looks like for Fridays. Why do they always, you know, just jam these stupid numbers over here? I guess, you know, they're not really stupid. They're very, very important, but they're just not important to me. So I feel like they're stupid. But, you know, it just takes up so much space, man. It takes up so much space. Anyways, the numbers that are important for us, for day traders, for equity traders, we care about the 830 non-pharma number, the 830 hourly average wage earnings, and so on. So bunch of numbers at 830, bunch of numbers at 10 o'clock. Usually the two main important time periods. Sometimes there is that 1 o'clock time period when a big bond number is coming up, but tomorrow's not that time period, so we don't gotta worry. We got that 10 o'clock time period for the ISM PMI numbers, and then we got the non-manufacturing at the same time. We also got the unemployment, non-pharma payrolls, and the other numbers at 8:30. So two good time periods that you gotta have your eyes peeled on the market, 8:30 and 10 o'clock, and then at that point it's off to the races, ladies and gentlemen. It's off to the races. We just got to see where we can take advantage of on these positions, right? What type of market do we get from these numbers? Is the market looking to continue to, you know, climb back up, especially after testing exactly yesterday's low? Does it now just use Apple's catalyst as a little bit of a piggy bank and pedal even higher than that? So I'm very interested to see how Apple helps out this beautiful market to climb up. I want to see if there's any IPOs coming up. That one's not bad. That was today. Churchill Capital. That looks like a... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Guys are traders? I thought these guys were something else for a second. For a second, I thought these guys were the company that... Anyways, I shouldn't say too much. If I speak too much, I might be in trouble. I'd be in big trouble. I shouldn't speak too much. I'll shut up. I'll shut up. But this is pretty interesting. This is another prop firm. Another prop firm that just went public. We cleared through Pershing LLC. Isn't that Pershing Square? Isn't this that Ackman's company? Bill Ackman's company? What's Bill Ackman's company called? Pershing Square, right? Yeah. So there's a Pershing Square and there's a Pershing LLC. It's a clearinghouse. Ah. The Pershing Square has nothing to do with Pershing? Well, what the hell is Pershing then? Is that like a place's name? A ballistic missile capable of carrying nuclear conventional warhead. Oh my god. This is what you're gonna name a clearinghouse? That's crazy. That's crazy you would name a clearinghouse a ballistic missile that can hold a nuclear or conventional warhead. Jesus. It makes sense that he calls his company a nuclear warhead because he thinks he can, you know, put crazy amounts of damage on the market and he's this crazy investor. That makes sense to me. But to call it clearinghouse Pershing, that's oof, what the heck? But anyways, IPO Churchill Capital. Pretty interesting. I think it IPO today. A little bit of a big IPO, only 200 million, so it's actually not like a crazy big IPO, but it's a little bit of a big IPO. Nothing big coming for the next few days. However, some auto company IPOing very soon. We'll see if that one can give us some opportunities. Nothing in June yet, or at least nothing posted in June. We're still in May. We'll worry about May right now. We'll worry about June when June comes. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all she wrote for today's stream. We do have a YouTube video that we could watch, but I am running low on time a little bit. So I think I'm just gonna cut the stream here. We're gonna go play chess a little bit. Obviously, I'm not gonna call it before chess, but I want to show you guys this new S&B Capital video. It's about 14 minutes long, but if I watch this and if I play chess, I'm not ending the stream till 10 o'clock most likely because I'm not getting a win in one game clearly, right? So I'll just post this link for you guys. This is a video that this is a video that we will be watching this weekend on Sunday on stream. So if you want to watch it with me on stream, you can save it till then. If not, I posted the link in the chat. Feel free to go watch it, learn from it. Let me know how you thought of the video. And come watch it with me again on Sundays as we relearn by watching it together, okay? But thank you for everybody who was here tonight. Hopefully you guys are ready for tomorrow. Apple, Amazon, and other big names like Qualcomm, Carvana, Square, Dash, right? Dash 2. Big names coming up with good opportunities tomorrow. So let's kill it. Let's absolutely smoke the market. And this week, hopefully green. My week's obviously red, but hopefully green. And, you know, start the month on the right note. So I wish you guys all the same thing. I wish you guys an even better week than me, obviously. But enjoy your week. Enjoy your weekend also. Spend it with your loved ones. Take some time away from the market, right? Take some time away from the market. Enjoy with your loved ones. And I'll see you guys on Sunday, 6 p.m. EST. Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. EST. Please make sure to hit that like, subscribe, all that fun stuff on the YouTube algorithm, that Twitch algorithm, that X algorithm. It would mean the world to me. And that's just basically me begging. So let me please get you guys to hit that like and subscribe buttons for me. Last thing but not least, check out all my affiliate sponsor links also in the description below. Now, time for the fun stuff. Time for the fun stuff. Let's get some chess puzzles going. Let's get some chess wins going and get this night over with because I got some other things to do. Let's go straight to the chess screen, Prad. And you need to add a button to your stream deck. What the? Gotta turn that off. Okay, back to the chess screen we go. And I need to add this button into... I like this here. I need to add this button into my stream deck over here. Are the lights... Did the lights just flash or am I tripping balls? I think I'm tripping balls. Ball sacks. Alright. Daily puzzle of the day. Jesus Christ. Puzzle of the day. White to move. Okay. What do I do here? I can't just take that. That doesn't make any sense. That's blocking him. Mate, can I get a hint? I gotta move the queen? You're not making me take this, are you? That'd be... You are? Why am I sacrificing a queen? Hello? But that dies. Ah. The other side. The other side. But why did I just sacrifice a queen? Oh, this is a win. That's why. Okay. I get it. I get it. Puzzles. Black to move. No, I do this. Yeah. That's right. I'm smart. I'm smart. I think I moved the queen here. Okay, I'm not as smart as I thought, I guess. Gotcha, bitch. Black to move. Okay, this can't be a queen move, right? This cannot be moving a queen. Like, it simply can't. Okay, apparently it is. What in the fuck? Bro, what? Didn't even tell me the answer. What in the hell? By the way, I haven't been receiving Twitter alerts on your post. What the hell? They shadow banned me? God damn it. Wait, why can't you watch? Something wrong with the stream? Or you can't watch because you gotta head out? If that's the case, all good, bro. Don't worry about it. Enjoy your night. Oh, just in time for chess. However, it's not going so well. We're just doing puzzles right now anyways. Okay, puzzles are down. Now time for chess. Stressful night. It's gonna be a stressful part of the night. Oh my god, we lose 9 if we lose this, and we only make 7 if we win. What the hell is this guy doing? Habibi, what are you doing, Habibi? Habibi. Habibi. You make no sense, Habibi. Maybe he's gonna kill me. That's what's gonna happen. Okay. That's kind of lit. Lit, lit, lit. Lit like big. Rem life shit. That doesn't make sense. That makes sense, but I need him to move. He comes down here. I just take. That was kind of stupid. That was easy. Oh shit. Okay, we fucked up here. We fucked up there big time. We lost a bishop for no reason, chat. Why don't you guys stop me, man? You guys are such bad teammates. Can't believe you guys let me do that. What's the point of me having you guys here if you're not gonna help me? Check this fucking king, dude. I'm not really worried about that, honestly. I want a castle, but I want a far castle. So I want to put maybe this guy here for now. Nah, we'll put him here because then we can far castle and double up the queen and the rook. Double up the queen and the rook. Hmm. 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 Actually, if you don't move this... Alright, that's fine. 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 We're fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. That's fine. Yep, that's fine. It's gonna make me double up my fucking things. Alright, whatever. I don't want to do this because then he's just gonna come here, then I have to do this. I guess I could have done that. You guys see me donking over here? Holy. I'm fucking full out donking right now, chat. Uh-huh. You really want to do that? That's not a good idea. I lose my piece for no reason here. Trying to threat the... I'll leave him here. I'll just take his rook if he comes for that. That's fine. That's fine. And we'll do this. Gonna do that. Oh, he's got that too. That's fine. We're gonna do this to block him off there. What just happened? Why is that even a move? Things are not going well right now, chat. Let me tell you something. Things are not going well right now. Prad losing chess pieces like coin dropping stock price after a 284% beat. Ha ha ha, Momo. Laugh it up. I told you the first game we're not gonna win anyways. That guy's so annoying. How do I win this? Right now I'm in just defense mode. I need to think about a way to strategize to either trap his pieces, but that means that requires me to sacrifice some pieces for trapping his pieces. But you can see how we have this great wall of pawn over here, where his pieces are on the other side of the great wall of pawn, and my pieces are on this side of the great wall of pawn. So it's a tough one. It's a tough one. We got a crazy wall here at the moment. See, even he's thinking hard. Really, that might not have been a good call. I think that was good for me, honestly. Why did he back up like that? This just gives me this for free. You're giving me a pawn for free? Yes. What the hell did you take? That pawn? I don't care. How can I put you in danger right now? That's more important to me. If I go here, can't take that. I think I just do this to protect this pawn right now, honestly. I only have 3.5 minutes. This is gonna be a tough game. It's gonna go straight down to the wire. To the wire. Yeah, let's trap him. Do something to me. -9. Now we win. That was enough nonsense from this guy. Fuck you, buddy. Oh my god. How much was that? +8. So we're down 1 point for the night. We're down 1 point for the night. That's okay. We take it. We're down 1 point for the night, but we take it. The goal is to get a win a night on stream, and then my main work is done off stream anyways. My main work, the Lord's work, is done off stream anyways. Let's go. Yeah, that was a pretty stupid mistake of him to move his queen there. That was very dumb of him to move his queen there. Easy win. Let's go. GG's. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, I do have to head out, so I'm going to call it early over here. I'm going to start playing the outro, and I want to thank every single one of you on all my platforms, on Twitch, on X, on YouTube. Thank you for all the love. Momo, Ani, Dieter, TH, Swimmer. You guys, I love you. Thank you for showing up every single day. Have a great weekend, but even more so, have an even better trading day tomorrow. Kill it. I can't wait to see how you guys do on our Discord, so make sure you pull up to our Discord, answer the survey questions on how your day went, so we can all be a cool collective group of people where we share ideas, throw out concepts, learn from each other, and help each other. And I would love to see the community keep growing, so share it with your friends and family. Hit that like and subscribe, which the YouTube algorithm loves, and it would mean the world to me if you come back to me at Sunday at 6 p.m. and Monday to Thursday at 8 p.m. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, see you next time. TraderPrad out. Ciao. Adios. Good night. Sayonara. Board. Tech basket. Get destroyed. Get ready for trade off of. Get ready for the watch list for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna bring in my big screen over here, back to another brand new week of After the After Hours with your host TraderPrad. I'm doing great. Hopefully you guys are joining me on that great side. Markets are moving around. Might just be a risk on type of day, so let's see what happens. 8 o'clock tomorrow. As you guys know, we do the stream Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Shout out to my affiliate sponsors, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, the #1 scanner to go to, Trader Sync, promo code down below, promo code PRAD15 to get 15% off. I will catch you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. Until then, TraderPrad out. Adios.